Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to RimWorld Survival. So I'm just going to jump right in here and pick up where I left off. So I was extending the farm and we just hit pay dirt. We hit a giant node of steel and I'm basically throwing all of that steel into the farm so I can check off the, well, hydroponics has already been checked off, but so that I can finish the hydroponic goal that I had going. And then that means that I'll have enough food and crops and drugs and all that good stuff to be able to add in all the people that I need to add in. So that's really, really exciting. Kazumi, what is your... Oh, your construction's high enough. Okay. I was a little worried about that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is... Let's see. Let's go ahead and move some of these batteries. This is not necessarily going to be a permanent position for them. I'm just not sure where to put them at the moment. So we'll just put them there. We were going to crank out more cotton. I want a big old harvest of cotton so that I can make some real medicine and catch up on the clothing. Now I did have some tips from you all, one of which involves the tailor. So, let me just load up my tip file here. And that includes, from Luke O'Keefe, finally getting a proper electric tailor, rather than the stupid, slow manual tailor that we've been working with for so long. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go break... Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave the old tailor bench intact so I can copy the bills over, so I don't have to make those bills twice. Because, you know, why make it harder for myself? And that probably means that I'm going to remove one of these hydroponic basins just so that we have enough materials for the electric tailor. Alright. Oh, we'll have enough steel because we have a bunch of slag to get through, I suppose. So I'm going to have acid work towards that. We have some gentle snow going on, which means our path here is about to get snowed over. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that as well. Alright, all of this is going to be cotton. And constructing. Alright, copy the bills and paste the bills. And I'll just have the time slowly progress as I do this. There we go. Now I can break on the old one. Aggro can do that. And this will allow us, when we need to make more stuff, that we'll be able to craft it a lot faster. I'm going to put dead power right here, and then run the power along the wall. Run power all the way up. Let's see. Does this include... Is this all in the no-rad zone? It is. In fact, we can... This no-rad zone... Definitely get rid of this here. There we go. Alright, acid's almost all the way through the slag. We have a lot of naturamine, so that could potentially be pretty helpful. Other tips. Here we go. Anonymous Spock mentions that I might want to bury someone so that one of the more harmless mood breaks, which is corpse obsession, can be triggered. Because until I have a buried someone, corpse obsession is not possible to be done. So that's a very, very good point. The next raider that comes and tangles with me, I'm going to treat them to a sarcophagus. Rebanaise mentions that for really bad moods, I might want to... Oh, you know what? Sorry to get off track. If I'm putting power in here, it's not safe to have my artifacts there anymore. Nope. Nope, it would not be. Okay, well, I'll have to pop that open and move that somewhere else. I'll move it... Copy settings. I'll move it somewhere in this stockpile here. Shrink the zone. And we'll just nestle it in to the stockpile. Because this stockpile here definitely does not have... definitely does not have any power running through it. Alright, so let's delete that. And I'm lazy, I'm just going to paste that. Alright, so now we're ready to move our artifacts. We no longer have any slag, so we'll turn that off. Growing season is now. Okay, let's make sure that's cotton. So that's a very good point. Smoke leaf would be less of a problem than having to like arrest someone. Truth be told, if I had a decent amount of beer and psychite tea, I probably could have avoided James's mental break, but I didn't have those things with me, and as a result, you know, we had issues. Not that it was a tip, but another person asked, wouldn't my food spoil because I have it unroofed? No. It just counts this room as partially unroofed, as you can see in the bottom right here, unroofed 5. There's 5 tiles that are unroofed, but anything that has a roof over it stays fresh and frozen and is not deteriorating. You have to have direct roof access for it to be deteriorating, so the only reason, but I am going to remove that. I watched Janes walk into the radiation trying to avoid stepping over the rice. I don't like that. This is allowed for limited radiation. Maybe I should just remove that. I don't want to clean there anyway, so I'm just, in fact, going to clear the home zone. Yeah, so what I was saying was that, yeah, anything that's inside, quote-unquote, just because it doesn't have a roof doesn't mean it will deteriorate, which is good to know. Alright, so we are now hauling, let's see, we also have some more basins to build, so 3 more, and that will be done. Well, 5 more, but I only have the steel for 3. We're working on it. Janes is on initial, so I can send him north to do some mining. Agro's on initial, same deal. In fact, I think everyone's on initial, so I'm going to put them on limited. I mean, yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good to use the great outdoors, the very irradiated outdoors. So soon we're going to be hitting the northern tunnel. More tips. Here we go. How about a door in the wall next to my geothermal? Davey mentions that would allow me to gain access through here. That's a very good idea and a good point. And I'll do just that. I just heard something being constructed, but I have no idea what it was. Well, I don't know. Alright, so that wall has been cracked into. And let's go ahead. We do have a limited radiation zone that goes all the way there. Alright, and our home zone covers everything. Perfect. And Kazumi and Safalu, they're all crafting up these benches. I'm keeping a close eye on my power, but so far so good. Although, oh yeah, even my chem fuel's off, so that's a really good indicator. Alright, we have all the materials. Janes, don't haul, just construct. Taking a look at my steel, we don't have enough steel for the last 2 benches, so I gotta go north and do some mining. Also feel a little bit bad for Kazumi being out here, but she seems okay. So now we can gain access to this when we need it, when we want it. Alright. While we're standing out here, we might as well double up the power. And there we go. It's now doubled up. I'm going to forbid this door, however, so they don't take the shortcut through the open. Because it's part of the limited radiation zone, right? So, hypothetically, if I was standing here and I wanted to come here, the fastest way would be go through this door, but I don't want them using the door unless I need to. So that door is sort of emergencies only. Even more tips. Turtle Sandwich mentions that a double-wide tunnel, and I'm even going to one-up that, a triple-wide tunnel would allow me to make better progress for this big old project over here. The reason why a triple-wide tunnel, eventually I might add some some walls to this. It depends on how much we're going to want to use the north. So, yeah, I'll do triple wides, and that will allow everyone to mine. And that way, one person can't monopolize progress, if you will. All right, so the electric tailor is on. Machining table, you're not doing anything, so you can turn off. Same with you, Smithy. Save some power. Yeah. Oh, my roof overlay was on it. I was like, it kind of looks dark in here. Do I have a light? But no, it was the roof overlay. Okay. So now, James is going up north. He's saying he's digging at marble, but I'm going to send him to the steel. I'd like to finish off the second farm. And then we're about to hit, actually, some additional steel nodes. So I'm going to work towards that as well. I do see that he's stressed, though. Oh, because he was recently imprisoned, and that's my fault. Looks like the steel node is even larger than I originally thought, so let's extend it. This will definitely allow us to benefit greatly. Let's see. We're out of gold, so we're not going to be able to make any more advanced components, but I'm going to wait a little bit on that. Everyone still has super high hauling, but that's totally fine. I want them to haul until there's no more steel to haul. Oh god, don't haul 7 steel at a time. Driving me bonkers. Every now and then, when a shelf can only hold so much, they end up doing really dumb hauls where they have a very unbelievably incomplete haul. Alright, so this is... we're supposed to shovel this, so someone shoveled up to there. There was someone, I forget who you were, sorry, that asked why don't I put a roof over this, and it's because roofs aren't allowed. The reason why they're not allowed, just to remind everybody, is that I wanted to mimic a Fallout series as best as I could, and, why can't I put heal mech, res mech? Why can't I haul this? No stack available? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know what's going on. Why were you out? Oh, you were building that. Okay. So I deeply digress. So the reason why I wanted to mimic like a Fallout series, which, you know, in Fallout you really... Okay, this is driving me a little batty. Why I can't haul this thing. So I am just going to force it. Tony, you are going to grab it, and we are going to load it. Oh, you know what? It was in its own invisible zone, wasn't it? Maybe. Nope, that wasn't the case. I honestly don't even know. Okay, there we go. We've moved it, and now we're going to wall it off. The reason why I'm walling it off is to prevent, to potentially prevent anyone with a tantrum from smashing it. I think there's a lot of people that learn that certain things like shells, you got to be really careful, right? Like if you have a mod that allows you, or if I had an anti-grain warhead, for instance, that's a really good example. It would be really tragic if I allowed someone to melee an anti-grain warhead, because that means I would basically die. You know, it's like setting off a tactical nuke in your base. So there's certain items that you really need to protect. Need warm clothing? Cefalu? Yeah, okay. Combat suppliers flying overhead. Jane's just built that. Alright, so Mr. Combat Supplier, I have a bunch of bolties that I suppose I could give up. Tony just got irradiated at probably, well, just 40%. That shouldn't come and bite me in the bum. Hopefully. Alright, Acid's moving the beacon. Drifter. Sorry, you're really on your own. The reason why I'm not really inviting anyone else to the party is, I'm potentially adding all the people that are in here, although, God, it's been so long and I've not yet done it. But yeah, I'm potentially adding them in, and if I am going to be doing that, I don't really have the capacity to house more people. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? More steel. I am just the steel monster here. Oh, Jane's on major break. All right, let's leave him be. He's had a lot of major issues. Let's see. He's in serious pain because of his radiation. He's sick because of the radiation. He ate without a table. Well, that's on him. Kazumi, this looks really filthy. This kitchen. All right, he's having a tantrum. He's trying to destroy the telescope. And the problem is, you can't replace the telescope. Like, all right, can I uninstall it? All right, he's going to destroy the grand statue. You know what? That's fine. You can destroy the grand statue because he's just going to have to rebuild it. And building a new one will be somewhat cathartic for him. Because, you know, he has a passion in it. So, bye-bye, grand statue. I'm sorry that you met such a miserable end. Cefalu. I'm going to have you... this isn't a home zone, is it? I was going to have him clean up the rubble. For some reason or another, I'm having a real hard time targeting this rubble. Alright, James, was that worth your mental break? Hopefully. Alright, Mr. Seth. There we go. I just needed some time to elapse. And that allowed me to clean it up. Not that it really matters. It really doesn't, but I like to keep it tidy. You know what I'm going to do? Cefalu, you are... Let's take everyone off of super hauls because we don't need everyone to super haul anymore. And we'll put people on... back on cleaning and their normal tasks. Alright, so he's replacing the grand statue. And what I haven't done is talk to the trade ship yet. Stormy is asleep. I'm going to wake you up, Storms. Let's see. They have golden and... Wow, that golden club is worth a good bit. There's really nothing I want to do with them. That's too bad. I was kind of hoping. Alright. Is that... Yep, that is exactly where I'd installed it. Cool. Well, the cool thing is, we have now a source of regular steel down here. I just need to allow them to mine it. Where are you? Oh, digging. Yeah, it looks like it's snowing, but that's just the fallout, so we can actually do some tidying up here. I'm just a little worried about their health. But not enough to stop Cefalu from digging out a path. It's probably just going to snow again, and I'm just going to have to clear it again, but whatever. Allows us to move around marginally faster. Alright. Acid, if you're all the way out here, I might as well have you haul this stuff. There's also this steel here that I have not forgotten. It's just usually a little too far, but if Acid's already standing here, I might as well go for it. And there's, of course, still a lot of material left over in the old siege area that I could acquire as well. Alright, taking a look at our cotton, it looks like Agro is getting through some of the backlog and making sure that we're adding clothing to our stockpiles again. Cefalu must have thrown on, like, something, because he's no longer saying that he's going to be cold. The amount of rice we have is pretty decent. 1,000 rice. Alright, Tony. I'm going to have you be a little clean demon now. Tired of a dirty base. Okay, I can definitely put this telescope back. Uninstalling it was the right call. If you want this, when an item's minified, they lose interest. But let's put it back as a joy object and repair it up. He's repairing his own damage. Now that we're mining the last of the steel here, we're going to be able to construct that last bench. Hydroponics bench. It's called a basin, whatever it's called. His catharsis is definitely going to be helpful for the next few days. Nope, you're not done, man. This is really nice, but nowhere close. Alright, those potatoes are all dead. Not all that surprising. And we have a raid of cannibals dropping basically on top of Jane's. Okay. I am thinking. I'm going to leave it paused for just a moment. Here's what I'm going to come up with. Janes, you are going to frantically, because I don't think you're going to be able to escape, build a door so that you don't get squished. This door is going to be left open. Cefalu, you're going to start installing traps here. Where's everyone else? Aggro. You're going to grab the uranium turret and bring it here. Tony, stand there. Stormy, stand. Uninstall this light and stand there. Oh boy, this is a raid and a half. Acid, definitely going to need you up here. The other problem here is that a lot of the overhead mountain that I had is now going to be bye-byes. Hopefully they light my shells on fire. That'd be really funny. Let's see. Anyone not accounted for? Stormy, Janes, Kazumi, Kazumzooms. Let's get you... I don't really have time for you to swap weapons, so I'm going to get you moving. Alright, we're gonna forbid this door. And they're gonna basically bash up the base a bit. I understand that that is the price that I must pay. Looks like they all have melee weapons. And they lit my mortar on fire. Okay, good for you. Alright, so now they're in a bit of a death tunnel here. Let's see. Janes, you can come around the rear now. Oh, wow, I literally have to mine my way out of here. I didn't even need to make a door. So Acid and Tony are keeping them at bay while everyone else is just murdering them all. Okay. I don't know how they're going to get out of the base because they're inside of it, so they're going to have to fight their way out. They belong to the Cannibals, so I'm never going to be able to be friends with them. I don't think I'm interested in recruiting any of them either. Nope, not really. I'm, in fact, going to get a little bit of revenge for them coming into my base. I'm glad I walled off all this important stuff, because a mortar I can replace, but some of the stuff, not so much. Let's get my shooters down here. I'm sure they're going to bust... Yeah, they're already busted through the door. But the more I can murder, the better. Alright, Acid beat up, but no immediate danger. Tony didn't even get hit. Alright, cool. That was really not that bad. Let's see. We lost a battery, we lost a mortar, and we lost a lot of roof coverage. Yeah, a significant amount of roof coverage. So what I'm going to do probably is this. I will dig a different path downwards and then avoid, like, pretend that basically is now, essentially it's irradiated, and we'll label it as such. So, no radiation zone is going to be removed from here. I'm going to move my shells eventually, and we'll just wall this off. Another thing I ought to do is to replace these walls with granite ones. Now that I fully appreciate that raiders, you know, drop on my head, the infinite chem reactors are irreplaceable, so I'm going to respect their rarity. Aggro is a little mad that they came into the base. So, yeah. He's gonna shoot some people. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't have power there. I guess that it doesn't really matter. Don't shoot Cefalu. Alright, you're having trouble. Why are you having such trouble shooting a down dude? There we go. A whole lot of weapons to smelt. This turret was useful. Let's haul it back. Acid's healing up, but not being healed. Let's tend to acid. For assignments. I'm going to do full herbal on everyone. I don't need to use the good stuff. We don't have a whole lot of the good stuff. Alright, well that was a very interesting raid. It worked out though. Alright, you little pacifist. You might be a pacifist, but you're melting bodies now. Alright, we can leave that open. Man, there's a lot of slag. We might even be a net steel positive as a result of that raid. Really? Another one? Oh, well this is a prepare a while, and this is at the outpost. The only problem here is the turret's a little worse for wear, so I gotta be a little careful around that raid. But back-to-back raids, kind of surprising. They don't... Oh, wow, hello. Why are you here? How are you here? I guess I have doors open somewhere, but I don't. So in truth, I don't even know how this boom rat got in. But I'm not going to pop it around flammable stuff, because that's a recipe for disaster. Major break risk. Yeah, I've been making you clean up dead bodies. Guess what? You're going to clean up some blood too. Ha ha ha. I don't treat Cefalu all that well, do I? Caravan request. Marine armor for Iklas. Cool. I can do that. 18 Iklas. If you're wondering why I'm pronouncing it like that, it's because I looked up how. That is the correct pronunciation as far as I know. Alright, 18 of them, huh? That's the electric smithy. Alright, what was it? It was normal or better? It's always normal or better. Aggro. Do until I have 18. Normal or better. Only allowed ingredients of... Oh, you know what? I could... wood's kind of a rare resource. I'll make them out of steel. And flick that on. And soon we'll have a bunch of steel once we mine this out. Alright, this is ready for cotton. Mr. Pirate at Mr. Outpost is coming to do some stuff. Let's take a look. Yep, here he comes. Duke, who's got an artery blockage. Oh, Kazumi is on a food binge. That's okay. I have a lot of food. Alright, let's put this old guy down. He's not that old. He's 48. Hope he doesn't blow up this turret. Please, please, turret. Shoot, shoot, shoot good. That was close. Alright, well, let's see. If she binges and she wanders outside, she'll be okay. That was my next question. She has enough, she has low enough radiation that it won't be fatal or anything like that. Alright, well, I think I now have a boom rat pet. Unofficially. I like how the their final act of defiance or whatever is to blow up the mortar. It's pretty much all they managed to do, and all that did was dramatically injure them. It's like, oh, you bad raiders. Can't do anything right. Alright, so yeah, we have a significant amount of irradiated tiles there. That's yeah, that runs the risk. That type of pod drop was the pod drop that targets a specific member of your group. So obviously they targeted Jane's to drop on him. And those kind of attacks happen. They're common enough that you have to count for them. It's really difficult to defend against pod drops like that because you never really know who they're going to land on. It's very random, of course. But oh, I'm having a brownout. Why? Let's figure out why. My cables aren't snipped. I'm just maybe using a lot of power. When we make these, yeah, take to best stockpile. Alright, I'm going to turn off another food binge. I'm going to turn off some of the other benches I'm not using. We have plenty of power generation. I think it was just a time of no wind or something. I don't know. Alright, could this stupid little boomerang, like, leave the base? Leave an area that's, like, full of sensitive equipment so I can shoot it or whatever? I'm sure some of you want me to tame it, but I'm not sure I have use for a boomerang. Even as a bio bomb. Floors. Let's start smoothing. We're starting to use this area more and more. So we might as well smooth it out. If I added a light here, it would work. Yes. We're getting a whole lot of big old surplus of chem fuel. Alright, boom rat. I've had enough of you. You're in the hallway. Yep, minimal damage. I'm sure it damaged some of the weapons, but most of those weapons I'm either going to throw out or smelt, so not a whole lot of threat there. Alright. Let's do a quick health check. Initial, minor but low, so limited. Initial, Tony, you have, yeah, we'll put you on no radiation. That's high enough that we ought to be careful. Same with Yusufalu. Alright, that looks about good. I don't know how big this node is, but we are digging towards steel, so no matter how big or small, I'm happy. We just made a masterwork ICLA? Come on, really? Why? Why? Why waste your talents? You're killing me. You have a masterwork charge rifle with no inspiration, and a masterwork ICLA with... with an inspiration, and a masterwork ICLA with no inspiration. It's gonna drive me batty. Well, we got some light leather. Alright, I would say... Actually, we have just about the same amount of rice as we did before. But we should be netting a whole lot more than we are. I don't know. The farm is done, though, so that's bright news, I suppose. Come on, just mind that one last. Alright, so this will all be walled up. And that will serve to keep our infant chem reactors nice and safe. Good. Okay, he's getting a little radiated doing this, but it's worth it. Alright, Ms. Tony. Let's haul the shells. Also, it really wouldn't hurt to just throw a even a marble door between the shells and whomever. I know we don't really have a mortar, but I don't even think I have mortar tech. Where is it? Yeah, I don't even have mortar tech. Much because I figured I'd just steal some mortars from sieges. It occurs to me I forgot to include the should sieges be disabled in the polls. Oh god. Go me, right? But I do believe they are disabled at the moment, if that's of any concern. So, Tony, mining 2, Kazumi, mining 2, Safalu, mining 2. You know what? None of you should be here mining this stuff. You just shouldn't. I'm going to send you north. If you still want to mine... Oh, wow. Not that kind of north. Why would you do that? What kind of pathing is that? That doesn't seem ideal at all. Alright, using telescope, meditating, moving. Okay. They weren't really going to help me mine anyway. Alright, so I'm aiming to just run some light. Oh, Safalu. Run some light down there. Allow us to move around a little faster and get more work done, I guess. As you can see, there's a significant difference. This is a really, really big node of steel. I've been getting really lucky with that. However, I do live underground in a cave, so there should be a lot of steel, right? Alright, at this point, what I'm going to do is turn this over to some fun crop. So, using some of the advice, I will turn some of this to smoke leaf, just so that in the case of a mental breakdown, we can rely on mood stabilizing smoke leaf if I need to. And then everything else is going to be turned over to like hops and psychite tea. And yeah, this episode's gone a little bit longer than it usually has, but you know, I'm okay with that, guys. So if you have any feedback for me, drop me a line. If you have any tips, tricks, whatever, or if you have any questions, let me know. If you're interested in becoming a patron, now's the time, or really any time. And you'll be included in this beautiful credit screen and possibly have characters named after you in any of my series. And for all the viewers and patrons that allow this channel to continue and to remain nice and supported, thank you all, and I'll catch you all next time. Adios, friends.